catch and fire. It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh my God! Wow!
And Father, all that we do this afternoon, honor you in Christ's name. Amen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Carson Watkins, joined by Jimmy Howard for our second matchup here today inside Platt Arena. Jimmy, how you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling good, Carson. I think a major key in tonight's game is going to be the three-point shot, how Huntington can defend the Knights. Marian comes into this game being ranked number 1 in the nation for NAIA.
They are actually ranked 8th, Jimmy, but you're absolutely right. Right now, the Foresters not having the best year in conference so far. Right now, they are 1-6 in conference. Obviously something Coach Platt's looking to turn around, and they are 9th. Right now, if the playoffs happen today, the Foresters would not make it. That could change when they head down to Upland on Tuesday night. Nonetheless, they are ready for a comeback. And Jimmy, could you give us a starting lineup for the Marian Knights?
Tonight from Marian, Christian Harvey, guard out of Richmond, Indiana. Cameron Walter, a center from Fishers, Indiana. Tyree Johnson, a junior guard from Indianapolis. Hayden Langcable, sophomore guard from Morristown. And lastly, Christian Stewart, a guard from Indianapolis.
Absolutely, and for your Foresters, we have Connor Platt, guard, senior, coming out of Huntington, Indiana. Caleb Middlesworth, forward today, coming out of Marian. Then we got Hank Pulver, what an impact he's made as a freshman for this team. Then we have Keegan Fetters and Spencer Ballinger. This is going to be a good matchup, and we're excited to see tip-off here. Now, as I mentioned before, Huntington's on only has one conference win so far. What do you think the Foresters can do today to turn that around?
I think if the Foresters want to get rid of this 4-game losing streak, they really need to focus on their defense. Marian comes in as one of the hottest teams in NAIA D2. As I was saying earlier, number 1 in three-point percentage for NAIA D2.
Absolutely, and the game starts. We see Spencer Ballinger grab the tip, and he will send that over to Fetters. Fetters sends that one out to Platt. Platt looking for something, gets a pick there from Middlesworth. He finds Middlesworth. Three-pointer to start the game. He'll drill that.
Wow.
What a start for the Foresters.
What a way to get this game going for the Foresters.
Absolutely. Right now we're going to see Harvey pull it up the court. Harvey sends that one in to Johnson. Johnson looking for something, sends it back out to Harvey. Harvey looking inside the paint. Good defense there. Ballinger staying close, gets the pick. Another three. That one's going to sing nothing but net.
Wow, what a shot, Carson.
Ballinger back to Fetters. He's going to take back up the court. Here he comes, closely guarded, looking for Platt on the outside. He finds him. Sends that one into Middlesworth. Middlesworth on the drive. Turnaround. No good. Hank almost grabbed the rebound there, not quite there.
Good defensive stop there from the Knights.
Stewart took the ball up the court. Right now Harvey has it. Harvey's going to drive in. He gets blocked off the backboard.
What a block by Pulver.
Pulver with a great block. You know, as I mentioned before, he's only a freshman on this squad. What have you seen from him so far that makes him impressive and a good pick for the Foresters?
Carson, I really just think his confidence just coming into the college game, is how he's developed so quickly.
Platt with a three, no good. Stewart's going to grab that one. Here he comes, telling him to move the ball up the court. Right now calling out a play is Harvey. Harvey's been the main guy to do that. Pick off by there from Walter. Walter sends that one over. Right now we see Johnson taking the ball up. He sends that one back in to Walter. Walter looking for something. Sends that one out to Stewart.
Another
Stewart
three ball. That
no
one's
good.
Off.
That might have been an over the back call, but nonetheless no call. And that'll be pulled down by Fetters. Fetters takes the ball and he's going to drive it up the court himself. Looking for something, can't find it. Hank Pulver with the pick there, sends it to Ballinger. Ballinger to Platt. Platt into Middlesworth. Middlesworth drives again. Turnaround. He's fouled, but will go to the line for two.
Barely rims off there.
A little bit of a meeting here.
Wow, Carson, this game has sure gone at a fast pace so far.
Kalis Middlesworth with two shots. First one good, cuts into the lead. Actually, that'll be a lead for the Foresters as they are up one now. Let's see if he can drill the second one. Foresters staying back on defense. Only Ballinger in the paint. Nonetheless, won't matter as he hits both two. Right now, we're seeing Harvey back out there with the ball. Harvey's going to take this one up at the top of the key. Can't quite find anything to shoot. Stewart drills that one in. Back to Harvey. Harvey looking for something. He's going to drive in. And he makes the two.
Wow, he made that one look easy.
Tied up at 5.
Harvey with a nice little drive in there.
We're going to see Pulver here, and now he sends that one out to Fetters. Fetters is looking for something. He finds Ballinger on the inside. Turn around again, banks that one in.
Good offense from both teams to start this game, Carson.
Right now we see a lot of the big guys on the Foresters. Yes, we see the tall guy. No Clyde Keurig yet, but if he was in there, I don't think these Marian Knights would have a chance. And Platt misses a block right there. He got a little teased, and that one will drive in there.
Huntington really needs to make sure they're boxing out. Marian's already had a handful of offensive rebounds.
Once again, we see Ballinger come in here. Ballinger looking for something. He sends that one way out to Platt over about 5 guys. Sends that one out to Pulver. Pulver to Ballinger. Takes about the three. Goes in for the dunk, and he gets it.
What a shot fake there and a great drive.
He broke his ankles, and here come the Knights. Right now we're going to see Harvey come in, and that's another thing. We've seen Spencer Ballinger go up to that rim. I'm glad we still have a backboard here inside Platt Arena. Missed shot right there, but we saw it against Judson. We saw it against Goshen. He keeps going. That 23 must hold special power for him.
Yes, sir.
And that one's going to be a cross court, and that'll be a half court violation.
The Knights looking a little frustrated here to start this game off.
Yeah, definitely not the start they were expecting. And, you know, like I said, like you said, actually, this team is ranked pretty high in the country, sitting at 14-4 right now, 5-2 in conference play, where the Foresters are actually 9-10. But right now, these Foresters looking for a win.
There's a steal.
And here comes a great run and a great defensive stop.
Stewart pickpocketed that dribble there from Fetters. And
yeah, Fetters got stolen, never gave up on that play. He had a fast break, but Fetters, he heard his footsteps. Coach Platt a little upset with Ballinger there. You can see Ballinger was a little bit confused about why he was upset. But nonetheless, the Foresters are back on defense as Ballinger is going to guard right now. Now we're seeing what the Knights can do. Looking for anything here, and that's a foul as Walter goes to the line. That is a foul on Spencer Ballinger.
It's going to be his first.
As we see here. So right now, 9-7, Foresters in the lead with a full media timeout. What can the Foresters do right now to get this score and start running up this score a little bit?
You know, Carson, I think exactly what they're doing right now. Playing really gritty defense and making their offensive possessions matter.
Absolutely right. And for the Knights, you know, where they're playing good defense, you know, we're about 4 minutes in. Estimate, yeah, about 4:04, 4:06. And right now they're playing great defense. They're working hard. We saw that steal with the Foresters. This might just be a defensive battle as the Foresters fight to 500. And looking at the Foresters' upcoming schedule, you know, this Crossroads League, it doesn't get very much easier for the Foresters.
No, it does not, Carson.
Out of the 10 teams in the Crossroads League, 7 of them are ranked. A couple of them in the top 10. Indiana Wesleyan has a couple of national championships. Spring Arbor has a couple of national championships. And you, a member of our great soccer team, not to get a Crossroads League championship. And you know the talent this Crossroads League brings in. What do you think the Foresters can do to have a turnaround for the second half of their season?
You know, I think it all comes down to just hard work, battling against adversity, never giving up. That's all these guys can do. Just keep working. You know, it's a really tough conference, but anything can happen with a good attitude, Carson.
Right now, Marian second in the Crossroads League standings. Indiana Wesleyan at number 1, and the Foresters did have a trip down to Marian. Didn't quite go their way last Tuesday, but the Foresters looking to snap this losing streak and stun the Crossroads League today.
Oh.
Broke his ankles right there, as we're going to see.
A quick move by Christian Harvey there. Oh.
That one almost went out of bounds. 3 ball. That is good. Number 25.
Hayden Lane Cable with a great shot there.
Lane Cable, yes. He had a great shot there. That's going to be a pass off to Pulver. Pulver looking for something. He's going to cross over. Finds Ballinger on the outside. Looking for something. Can't find it. Spin around, taken away. Now here comes the Knights yet again. That's Johnson. He's going up for the Doug Middlesworth contest.
Looks like he could have gotten bumped there, Carson.
He did get bumped there.
No call by the referee.
No call. Just he's going to let that one play on. And, you know, the Knights got their basket, so they're not terribly upset. Pulver's going to take that one, drive it into the paint. Spin move. Looking for Platt. Decides to take it himself. No good. Spencer Ballinger almost grabs it. Tries to swat it away, but just falls right into the hands of Harvey. Harvey takes it himself. He sends that one over to Johnson.
Marian tries to get position in, and that's another turnover.
Spencer Ballinger got a hold of that one. Caleb Middlesworth leading right now with 5 points for the Foresters out of their 9. So obviously he's going to be, he had that little scary fall down just a few games ago, but now he's back in the lineup after a missed game with a couple missed games with a boot on. And Spencer Ballinger takes it from the free throw line and hits it.
There.
Right now we're going to see what the Knights can do. Here comes Harvey. Harvey's going to dribble this one up slowly, not letting anything. Pulver on a tight D. Sends that one over. Stewart back to Harvey. Harvey looking for anything right now. He's going to just stand there top of the key. Ballinger playing great defense. Sends that one out to Stewart. Stewart gets a pick.
The Knights really need to try and get in that paint, Carson. Oh, a step back three.
No good as the
Rims on.
Knights pulled on the rebound. Pulver falls on it. Might be a jump ball.
My.
Jump ball, there it is, and that possession will go to the Knights. But great job there. Pulver just fell on it as a multitude of substitutions coming for the Knights. As we're going to see number 11. We see Luke Hetty coming in as well
as Nick Rogers and Luke Goman.
Handful, little referee conversation here. Not exactly sure what the final call is. We're looking for something. And they're going to call and they were talking about the shot clock. And since it was technically a rebound after the scramble, Knights get 20 seconds on the shot clock. He sends that one over. That one's set to Goman. Goman, here comes Clyde Keurig. He's going to take a seat right in front of the desk here as he's going to look at go into this game. Once again, another powerful player. Clyde had a couple D1 offers, but did decide to attend HU because he loved the campus, he loved the atmosphere, and a good guy as well.
Carson, he's definitely a player that can impact this game.
He can impact for the next 4 years here, as you see Pulver and a couple other recruits coming in. Just definitely, only a few seniors including Connor Platt, which is going to leave a dent in this Forester program like we haven't seen quite yet.
I agree.
But nonetheless, I think the Foresters could be a competitive team in the Crossroads League if after a few more good recruits come in and a great coaching job by Platt.
Yes, sir.
Ballinger's on the covers there. Here comes Clyde.
Good little pass in the lane there.
And Clyde gets the block. That's going to be a jump ball. Great defense there. Connor Platt jumped, fell over the top of a player, and Clyde was right there. Little acrobatics, greatest showman, Connor Platt.
Good job of Clyde to cover for Platt there.
Here comes Connor Platt himself, Spencer Ballinger. Connor Platt runs around the inside. Clyde finds Middlesworth for a long three, in and out, no good. Pulver almost had the rebound, couldn't quite hold on to it. Here comes Rogers up the court, he takes it himself. 11-12, 13 minutes remaining in this half. Couple of passes there.
Gotta hit those shots if they want to stay in this one.
And there's a foul.
Offensive foul. Looks like that's going to be on Cameron Walter, the center.
And you are correct. And Ballinger and Platt at the end of the court. Connor Platt, coach and son, calling out the play from the other end of the court.
Checking in for Marian is number 33, Jonathan Nwankwo.
Nwankwo coming into this matchup. He's also been a dominant player for this Knights squad. Interesting fact right now, even with all those substitutions, 0 bench scoring for either team so far. So we're going to see the only substitution we've seen for the Foresters so far is when Clyde came into the game. But here comes Platt with a long three. He gets a tip off, and that'll be fouled. That foul will be called on number 11, Hetty.
Like you said, Carson, I think the bench is going to play a big part in this game. Whoever can get their team to get going, get some extra points off the bench, it's going to help out a lot in this one.
Also seeing a couple players we haven't seen Abel come in yet. Abel coming just in the second semester from Cincinnati Christian, who unfortunately had to shut down, and luckily many CCU players were able to find other schools, including Tim. We haven't seen him out yet. We haven't seen Drew Johnson out. He played a good game in Indiana Wesleyan, so obviously these bench scorers are going to have to do well as Platt cuts the lead, brings the Foresters back to lead 13-12. And here comes Hetty. He has the ball. He sends that one over to Rogers.
Wow,
Rogers
what
with
a
three.
nifty move there.
No good. A rebound as he runs into his own player.
Another board for the Knights.
That leads the Knights with
3 ball from the corner. No good.
The Knights right now are leading the Foresters 9 rebounds to 2. And obviously, I'm going to sound like a first-grade basketball coach here, but those rebounds are essential to winning this ball game for the Foresters.
You're exactly right there, Carson.
As we're going to see another discussion coming from the officials. Not exactly sure what
that missed 3-pointer just went right off Clyde's hands. Looks like the shot clock is going to be put at 11.
Yep, that's what it appears. A little bit of discussion, but our good man right here, shot clock operator every game, got it going on. as a looking for anything, and here comes maybe a substitution. I can't quite tell. A little bit of suspended action on the court.
Oh, he's left wide open on the
open.
backside. What a play by Marian there.
Luke Goman got that one to fall. He was left wide open. Just an easy shot right there for him under the court. Here comes Pulver. Pulver looking for something. Clyde's going to go for the pick. Doesn't quite get there. Platt with a corner three. Sinks it.
What a quick release there from Connor Platt.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and here comes Rogers calling out the play. 3-on-3, quite literally. He actually sends that one off to Middlesworth. Middlesworth gets crossed over, sends that one to the corner, does not decide to take the three. Here comes Rogers looking for something. He sends that one over to Goman. Goman gets a little push off on Ballinger there. Can't quite get there. Ballinger finally picks up the rebound after being tipped off of Clyde.
Good board there from Huntington.
Here comes Connor Platt yet again. Forrester's up 2, 11:23 remaining. Connor Platt decides to I thought he was going to take it himself. He sends that one to Ballinger.
Yeah, it looked like he had the lane open there, Carson.
Ballinger sends that one in. He sends that one in the Middlesworth.
Asking his guys to move the ball.
Yeah, 9 seconds left in the shot clock. That's going to be essential. Connor Platt almost gets shoved over there. He's going to take it himself. Gets off the rebound, and he gets behind the back. Couldn't quite get there. No foul called. Right now, here comes Rogers. I didn't see if there was any
Quick
contact.
Sequence of events there.
I couldn't see if there was any contact when Spencer Ballinger tried to throw it up behind his head, but it didn't appear so. No call. As a long three comes in, no
Free
good.
ball off the front of the rim there from Luke Heddy.
Now here comes Connor Platt. He's going to start dribbling this ball up. He sends that one over to Pulver. Pulver looking for anything. These Foresters might need a timeout or a couple substitutions here. Now they see that one sent over to Platt again.
Still a tight-knit game here, though, Carson.
Little push off there, no call. And here goes Pulver from the back, shoves him over, but nonetheless, the Foresters still can't grab that board. Now here comes Rogers.
Good job by Pulver there to keep that one alive.
Rogers going to drill that one in. And
oh, and that's a missed slam dunk there from number 33, Jonathan Nwankwo.
He just bounced off the rim. That's always unfortunate. You know, fun fact, last year the Knights played here the night before Thanksgiving game. During warm-ups, a Marian Knights player went up for a dunk and broke the backboard as Clyde with a pullover.
Oh, wow.
He tried to get that hook shot there, didn't fall, but does get the foul and will go to the line for 2.
2 shots at this cherry strike.
Spencer Ballinger looking a little bit tired, looking for this rest right here. There might be a substitution coming in here in just a second. Here comes Keurig.
You can't blame him, can you, Carson?
No,
this game has been.
He's played all 10 minutes so far, and he takes that shot, and Ballinger
Fast
will
pace.
take a seat. And here comes for the
Into
Foresters.
the game, Andrew Yoder and Keegan Fetters.
And then also for the Knights, we have Hayden Lane Cable coming back into the game yet again. Clyde with the second shot. Gives the Foresters a 4-point lead. Just
Nylon.
Really interesting to see the Knights have such a low scoring for such a high-powered offense. And as you mentioned before, one of the top teams in three-point shooting in the entire country as a layup.
Good drive
goes in there too.
Paint touches always will get you buckets.
Now here come the Foresters yet again. We see Fetters take the ball, and he sends that one over to Yoder. Yoder looking for anything. Finds it, little crossover there just to fool the defense. Gets that one off to Connor Platt. Connor Platt sends it in the Middlesworth. Middlesworth with a 1-foot back step, can't quite get there. Wants to get another board by the Knights as they look to come tie this up again. Here comes Rogers. Rogers
he's
with
gonna
a 3.
pull up. That's going to be a foul on the 3-point shot by. Still looking to see who that one was on.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell, and nonetheless, it looks like the Knights are going to get 3. That
Looks
one
like
was
it
on Keegan Fetters.
Was on Fetters. Coach Platt does not look too pleased about that one.
I haven't known Coach Platt to be pleased about too many calls. That's the problem, but nonetheless, the call is going to stand.
First one goes in there for number 3, Nick Rogers.
Let's see if he can get all 3 in there and give the Knights their lead, a 5-0 run for them. And here comes shot number 2. That one will be good, and that'll tie the game up. And still a discussion about that foul call. And here we come to see if the Foresters are going to box out here, especially if he misses this one. If the Knights pull down, they can take this lead by 2 or not 3. And that third one will go in. He gets 3 for 3 right there. Sends that one into Yoder. Yoder's going to hand that one off to Fetters.
Let's see how the Foresters can respond here.
Fetters looking for anything. He sends that one in.
In the Middlesworth to Clyde. Clyde misses.
Clyde goes up with it. He pulls up his own
layup.
rebound, and it will be stripped away from him.
Good steal there from Lane Cable. Nifty move and one.
Another foul on the Foresters.
What a move from Lane Cable. Little dipsy-do in the paint and one.
Let's see if he can make this a three-point play. That's going to be the goal here for him. Now let's see what he can do here. Lane Cable looking for this. Right now, we're seeing right now from the Foresters only 35% from the field, as Marian at 36%. So not too much of a difference there. We see this in a relatively low-scoring game thus far.
Yeah.
But 8 minutes left in this half. We'll have to see how the remainder of this half goes as Connor Platt gets it. Middlesworth does a little move there, and he gets it. Middlesworth looking for anything. He drives in, sends that one out to Yoder. Yoder gets double-teamed. Middlesworth for the three. No good yet again as Clyde picks it up. And
that's going to be an offensive foul on Clyde there. Over the back's the call.
Yes, it is. Or a little push-off even. And here comes Spencer Ballinger as Clyde Keurig takes another seat.
The Knights are making a nice little run here, aren't they, Carson?
Yes, they are, and that's something that the Foresters do not need right now as they look to snap this losing streak. But, there's another 8 minutes left in this one and another half yet to play, so I'm not counting either team out, but definitely don't want this one to get out of hand.
What a game this has been so far.
As we're going to see.
Going inside.
And a charge.
Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul there on the Knights.
He sent Middlesworth to the ground. That was on Lane Cable. My apologies, that was on Nwenko. And here comes Middlesworth. We'll take a seat after that.
It could have been a little bit of an acting job there from Middlesworth. Nevertheless, he gets the foul.
Perhaps, but the call stands. And here comes Fetters. Fetters is going to be guarded at half court. He's going to try to turn around, crosses over, looking for Platt, picked it up, obviously couldn't dribble again. Platt's going to drive that one in, takes a long two, and that'll fall short.
Just go off the back of the rim there.
Here comes the Knights yet again. Foresters haven't been able to score in a couple minutes now, and that's going to be hurting them in the near future if they can't find the bottom of the net.
Wow, Nick Rogers sure is quick, isn't he, Carson?
Yes, he is. And here comes Spencer Ballinger, 2-on-1, sends that one in.
Oh, and it just goes off. Fetters
no good.
Looking for the old-fashioned three there, but.
Yeah, Fetters was definitely looking for it, but did not get it. And that is a full media timeout. And you know what? We will take it with them. Just a little break here. Right now, 7:38 remaining, 18-22. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back inside Platt Arena. Interesting game here. That full media timeout having much to lead to the Foresters.
It sure does, Carson.
As we see what the Foresters can do. Haven't scored in a few minutes now. It was 14-18. Foresters caught a foul with a three-point shot, so they got 3 points in a row, made the score 19. Now another three-point play sends the Foresters down 4. So obviously these two free throws are going to be incredibly important right here for a possible momentum shift, or even just one more point could, cut this game in one possession.
Absolutely, Carson. The last thing you want to do if you're the Foresters is let these Knights have a lead going into halftime.
First shot up. Good. Foresters shooting well from the line so far. Actually 100% from the line right now, and so is Marian. So, those free shots will become a factor in this game if both teams can shoot like that from the line.
Indeed they will.
2-point game now for the Foresters as we see We're going to
Looks like we have a couple
substitutions
trio
came
subs
in.
actually about to check in.
We see Harvey coming into this game again. Now here comes
That's
Bowman.
Christian Stewart with the ball. He's going to take it in the lane. A nice kiss off the glass.
Stewart sends this one back to a 4-point matchup. Let's see what happens here as we see Fetters take the ball up. He hasn't had the most minutes this year so far, but obviously making a big impact in this one. As we see Pulver take it, he's going to pull up. No, he will not. Connor Platt gets it. Platt looking for something, sends that one to Ballinger. Ballinger fakes a pass, sends that one in to Fetters. Fetters sends it to Pulver. Pulver with a 3, no good. Spencer Ballinger grabs it in the air and gets the 2.
Man, did he get up there. I wasn't sure if he was going to slam it or not.
Defying gravity.
Back to
Spencer Ballinger.
2-point ball game here.
Right now we're going to see what the Knights can do. Here comes Harvey. Harvey looking for something. Sends
Back
that one
to
to
Stewart. Stewart, the deep 3.
No good.
It's gonna.
Rebound.
What an offensive rebound there.
That was a rebound by Nowenko, and he's going to take it. And that, once again, a 4-point game. The Foresters able to score again, but now the defense is going to have to step up for the Foresters. As right now we're going to see Yoder with the ball, and Pulver has it now. Pulver sends that one to Ballinger. Ballinger looking for something, sends it out to Pulver yet again. Forrester staying around the arc. Connor Platt looking for something, sends that one to Yoder. Yoder looking for something, anything. Pulver. 3. Yes! He grabs it!
What a shot there by Hank Pulver.
Cuts this one to a single-point matchup. As once again,
freshman.
Harvey comes in yet again. Christian Harvey looking for something. He's going to come up the court. Sends that one in to Stewart. Stewart back out. Looking for something around the arc. Can't quite look for it.
Lane Cable, the step back 3. Bang.
Grabs it. Once again, a 4-point game.
Another 3 ball there by Lane Cable.
Right now we're seeing what the Foresters can do. We're going to see this one sent over to Yoder. Yoder's looking for something. Ballinger goes in by himself, and that'll be a foul.
Foul there. I think it might have been number 23, Luke Goman.
That was Luke Goman as the official call comes in. As Middlesworth comes in for Platt. It's really rare you see Connor Platt get to take a seat, but I bet he's appreciating right now. Grab a sip of water. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to sit out this last 5 minutes or if this is going to be a temporary break for him as Ballinger goes to the line for 1 as the Foresters get a bonus and make that 2.
Into the game for the Knights is number 21, Cameron Walter, and 24, Tyree Johnson.
And here comes Tim Abel for the Foresters.
Like you said, the transfer from Cincinnati Christian.
Ballinger up for his second one.
That's going to
good.
rim out.
His first missed free throw for either squad of the day, but cuts this one to 3 points. Now we see Stewart with the ball. Stewart sends that one back out to Lane Cable.
Forrester still keeping it close here.
Middlesworth got a
hook
chunk
shot there.
Middlesworth did get a chunk of it, but wasn't enough to warrant a foul. Now here comes Ballinger. Ballinger sends that one in.
Forrester's looking to get it inside here.
Middlesworth.
Oh.
A bad pass, and it tipped off the hands of Stewart, and the Foresters catch a lucky break.
That is for sure. Looked like that ball is going to no one, Carson.
Now that one's sent out to Fetters. Fetters trying to find. Here comes Abel. Abel, Pulver. Pulver gets the ball stripped.
Wow.
Now here comes Stewart. Here comes Harvey, my apologies. He's going to drive. Pulver with the block. Clip that one.
Get that out. That was a stuffing like a turkey on Thanksgiving, Carson.
He said, no way.
Wow.
And the Foresters regain possession.
What an effort there from Hank Pulver to get back. Oh, what another great inbounds play there, Carson.
Another good, after that great block with that inbounds play, that play doesn't quite end. Now the Foresters begun it. But let's see what they can do here.
Wow, the Knights have had a couple of inbounds plays that have just bamboozled the Foresters.
Here comes Middlesworth. Little game of catch here between Middlesworth and Pulver. Pulver sends that one to Yoder. And Pulver has it again. He's going to drive in. Keeps an arm.
He's going to draw a foul. Wow.
He
His
gets
confidence.
clipped.
It's amazing how confident this young man is.
And Connor Platt will come back into this one. Only had to sit out about a minute and 10 seconds. But nonetheless, probably caught that break he needed. We see him smiling right here as Pulver goes up for 2. And maybe actually that bonus might come into effect here for the Foresters. First shot good. Sends this one into a 4-point game yet again. As a little bit of encouragement from Platt to Fetters as he takes a seat.
Knights maintaining the lead here for the last few minutes, but the Foresters are still making sure this is a close one.
As he grabs both 2, and we're going to see what happens here as Rogers takes the ball up the court for the Knights. Pulver gets picked. Middlesworth picks up the block, sends out one out. And
we're going to get an offensive foul. That looks to be on number 21, Cameron Walter. Looks like he can't believe that.
He walked up the court pretty slow. As right now we're going to see another substitution come in. We're going to see Nwanko come back into this one. As Connor Platt and Spencer Ballinger.
Frustrated Cameron Walter heads to the bench.
Oh, that was a great break there. The Foresters could obviously capitalize on that call right here and possibly tie this one up. As Connor Platt sends the Ballinger for the tie. No good. Just
air ball
way
there.
over. Pulver, the good thing is the Foresters did pick up the rebound, but the shot clock does not reset.
10 on the shot clock there. Platt's going to pull it from the corner. And
can't tie it up either. That's going to be
that's a bad foul there from Middlesworth.
That was actually, it appears to be on Ballinger as he's going to take a seat. Here comes Clyde, most likely to finish out the half.
Not a very smart foul there, Carson. The Knights had secured the rebound already. That was not too good there from the Foresters.
Good thing is Foresters still not working, still away from a bonus, but the Foresters do have a bonus, so any foul will be crucial right now for the Knights.
Oh, what a crossover there. He was
Ballinger broke his
looking for the pass in the paint there to number 33, but it's going to be a travel.
He tried to break his ankles, made him trip a little bit, but then started carrying the ball.
Nifty little move, but it looks like he did a little too much.
Now here comes Platt. Platt sends that one to Abel. Abel looking for anything. Platt.
Hand off there.
Platt
good
on
D
a
there
pivot.
by the Knights.
Here comes Abel. Abel sends that one to Clyde. Clyde back out to Abel. Almost in half. Middlesworth. No good. Foresters only shooting 3 for 10 from beyond the arc.
The Foresters really need to convert if they want to stay in this one. See a little nifty drive there from the Knights.
A little tip right there.
Number 24, Tyree Johnson, made that one look easy.
Now both the Knights, for the 3-point team they are also 3 for 10 from the line. So we're not seeing a lot of threes this game, which is honestly surprising considering both these squads. Nonetheless, this game will stay close as the Foresters.
Is.
Sends that one into Pulver.
Pulver a little
That's the hook shot.
There.
Clyde didn't think it was going to go in. He touched the rim for falling back down. 3-point game, 2 minutes remaining. And here comes Rogers.
Nice little touch there from Pulver.
Foresters looking to go in for at least a tie at half, if not better. But the Knights definitely needing to maintain this lead.
Quick crossover there.
And let's see what the call is here.
Foul on the
Foresters, it appears. Yep, that'll be.
Wasn't sure if it was on the floor or shooting foul there. It's going to be a shooting foul.
And it actually will be a shooting foul because it is a bonus now, as that one was called on Tim Abel. As the first shot looking to go up, that one will sink.
Good stroke there from Nick Rogers.
As Rogers goes to the line for his second one. It's up. And it is good. And now here comes Middlesworth. He inbounds this one to Platt. Platt sends that one to Pulver, and
it's going the other way. It's going to be on an offensive foul there on Middlesworth.
That's unfortunate. Pulver heard that whistle and kind of stood there for a second, a little bit confused.
Got a couple substitutes here. Looks like Fetters and Yoder are going to check in for Abel and Middlesworth. Rogers brings it up for the Knights.
Rogers looking
Little handoff there.
He drives in. Clyde
Oh,
stuffs
wow.
him.
What a block. Oh, but he gets it back a little.
Oh, my goodness.
Reverse layup there. Tyree Johnson was able to get that one back there and give the Knights a 7-point lead with nearly a minute left here.
A couple good blocks. It looks like looks like Connor Platt caught a little bit of the Jameis Winston curse and turned that one over. And another.
Oh, that's going to be a foul there on number 30, Christian Stewart.
And that'll send the Foresters to the line, hoping with a double bonus now. Quite a physical game. Even, there has been some calls that haven't been called, so I can imagine where this game would be if that was the case. But
these two squads have surely been going at it this game. Excuse me.
That's what they're going to have to do to win this one. As we mentioned before, this Crossroads League is competitive as that one falls. Foresters have 13 foul shots so far, and have made 12 of them. Here comes Hank again, hoping just to keep drilling these until he can't no more. And that one will actually not fall as Clyde goes in for the...
Good board there from the Knights.
Clyde went in for the rebound but couldn't quite get it.
Rogers dishes it out there to Stewart. Stewart off the back iron.
Great board there by Pulver. Pulver's going to send that one to Fetters. Fetters is going to send that one back out to Pulver again. Now Yoder has it.
Drops it in there to Clyde Curie. Oh, he walked there.
Yeah, he did. He definitely. Yeah, he kind of looked confused, and he looked at Coach Platt, and Coach Platt said, don't do that one. As a timeout comes in for the Knights. Now, 42 seconds left.
6-point lead here.
42 seconds left. A 12-second differential. If you're the Knights, what are you doing here? You dribbling this one out? Are you taking a quick shot? What's your plan here?
I'm thinking a quick shot here to, try and get one off, see what happens.
Maybe you could even get another possession, even if you can still.
That's what I was
metaphorically,
thinking.
if you take 7 seconds, get a shot off, the Foresters get one off with 5 seconds to go.
Exactly.
You have 5 to 10 seconds for another point before half.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We'll see what they'll do here. The Knights can get a little momentum headed into the second half.
Now let's see what happens
Halftime,
here.
excuse me.
And remember, both teams are working with a bonus. Foresters with the double bonus.
Both of these teams really going at it, as I said earlier. A great game here.
And he's actually going to let this one roll a little bit. That one was heading towards the sideline, so he had to pick it up. But I bet he would let that one keep rolling if he could. Save a few seconds, looking for a shot.
Oh, the ball flies up. It's going to be Forester ball.
A 0.3 second differential.
Essentially no time for the Knights if the Foresters wind this clock down.
Especially if a last second three will only give them a 3-point deficit here at half. And it also will, that'll be a good momentum shift going in. This Pulver is just going to stand there for a second.
The Foresters really could use a bucket here before half. Going to give it out to Platt. 15 there on the clock.
Platt starts to dribble it. 12.
Maybe an ISO for Platt. Hand off there to Pulver. He's going to swing it to Platt.
Platt.
Middlesworth
for the shot.
Man,
no
right
good. Ballinger.
face.
Now here comes Yoder. Yoder does not get that one up in time.
There. Wow, Middlesworth, a man right in his face. That's good D there from the Knights.
That's unfortunate, but yeah.
We head to half here, 37-31.
And now we're going to be joined right now by a coach interview. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Right now we're seeing a good game, 6 points, not exactly where you guys want to be. You held the lead there for a little bit. What are you seeing offensively from your squad that you look to improve here in the second half?
I think one thing that we can take advantage of is our size inside. So far we've settled a lot from perimeter jump shots, and I think that we have a size advantage down there and a strength advantage. And so we need to get that ball inside and then get our shots off of it inside out. If we can establish that post presence second half, I think that could open up some easy buckets for us. Also get them to the free throw line. We got them a lot of fouls early and didn't take advantage advantage of them being in foul trouble.
Absolutely. Right now, you guys are 12 for 14 right now from the foul line, but only 3 for 11 from the three-point line. As you mentioned, that size advantage, and as I mentioned before, a 6-point differential in the points right now. What defensive improvements do you look to make here in the second half?
I think that so far we've challenged a lot of shots early. You know, they've had a couple shots that have gone in from the perimeter. Stewart's a good player for them, and he's hit a couple tough shots. I'm not too angry. I think the biggest thing for us is that we got to rebound the basketball better this half. At one point in this half, we had 7 offensive rebounds, and I haven't seen an updated stat sheet, but at the same time, we got to make sure that we kind of team rebound, and we're kind of leaving some guys off of our switches on an island with their post players, which is causing that mismatch on the offensive rebound.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time. Hope you have a wonderful second half. Have fun in that locker room.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to be right back here on FDN Sports. Thank you so much for joining us. Carson Watkins here with Jimmy. We're going to be right back here for second half action.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that is something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
This is how we like to do it.
hard not to have faith and to be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
This is how we like to do it.
What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry-standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a Forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside Platt Arena. 37-31 remaining on this during half. I'm Carson Watkins, joined by Jimmy Howard. Jimmy, what have you seen so far from this matchup?
You know, I've seen a really aggressive, fast-paced game, Carson. One of the key things that is going on in this game is nobody can really hit the three-point shot.
You're absolutely right. Both teams averaging about 33% from the line. Not exactly what you want to see. As we mentioned during pregame, Marian Knight is leading the country in three-pointers, and they just cannot seem to make them fall today. That's been a point of reference, but also another point of reference is the Forester starters haven't had a lot of sitting down time, and the Knight starters have. So the Forester, you saw a little bit of weathering there towards the end of the half. Not exactly what you want to see if you're a Forester fan, but we have seen Tim Abel come off the bench strong, Clyde Keurig, but also we got to talk about the young blood on this team. Hank Pulver, to quote you, stuffed like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Couple blocks there. Clyde Keurig, couple blocks for him. These teams are playing, the Forester are sending out their young blood on the squad, and they're doing a great job. What have you seen from the freshmen on this Forester squad?
Like I've been saying, just the confidence these guys have, really helps bring energy to the team. And I think, as this game moves forward, they're going to rely both on Hank and Clyde to see what they can do.
Absolutely. Right now we're seeing Forester shooting 14 for 31 from the field and only 3 from 11 from beyond the arc, once again leading to that 31 points. But Foresters have stayed strong from the foul line. The Foresters have stayed strong from the foul line with
Indeed
quite a few. Only missed 2 free throws, one from Spencer Ballinger and one from Hank Pulver. Not the worst thing in the world, but not, those 2 points could have easily, been a momentum shifter at one point. Mm-hmm. No harm, no foul. But once again, so the Knights are really going to have to stay focused. The Knights only in one half got a double bonus. Obviously, the double bonus will go away, but not exactly. So a little bit of a physical game that we haven't seen quite yet from the Foresters.
Yes.
What else do you think the Foresters need to do to hopefully come back here and get a W?
Like I said, I think the offensive rebounds are what they really need to cut back on. They cannot allow the Knights to get a lot of, second chance points. Also, they need to continue to defend the three as well as they have been.
Absolutely, and that's another thing that you have seen. Even when the Foresters have gotten a block or so, we saw perhaps for instance, when Hank Pulver blocked that one and then Connor Platt grabbed it and fumbled it for an easy 2. We saw Clyde with a block that still got by the Knights, and we saw a couple fast breaks be disrupted that still ended up in the Knights' hands. Some fouls that should have went the other way that weren't the brightest fouls you've ever seen. Those little things after, through a span of a game do start to impact the team greatly. But the Foresters standing strong with the number 8 team in the country And, you know, like we said, this Knight team is incredibly talented as well as the rest of the Crossroads League. So we're going to have to see what works out for them and what works out for the Foresters as they take the court again. But I'm Carson Watkins here with Jimmy Howell. We'll be right back here for second half action.
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt, and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Friend's son, he called me over and over and over. But all the school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad. I said, okay.
So Perez and the Foresters made it official.
I signed, called my dad, tell me I think I made the right decision.
While at HU, Perez remembers that he's almost 9 hours away from his family.
The adversity just helped me go through everything in that point. My dad always watching me in the TV, so when I go to him, I make a sign, so he know I just want to play for them. And
Let's go! Let's go!
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. You know, helping them learn the information or helping them administer a test, whereas some universities you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student, we want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Close one here, a lot closer than I was expecting, but it is 31-37. The Foresters are not winning right now, but the Knights will inbound the ball, giving Foresters possession until the next jump ball, as we see what the Knights can do. What were some of your impressions from the first half?
You know, I just couldn't believe how fast-paced this game is going. You know, both teams are really going quick, and It's been a great battle here so far. I'm looking forward here to the second half.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a catch there by Middlesworth.
He pulls an Odell Beckham. That was Spencer Ballinger. But he pulled an Odell Beckham with that backhand.
Yes, he did.
And that'll send him to the line for, I believe, 2, if not just that bonus already in the Foresters' favor, which will be an impact for the rest of this half. First one goes up, no good.
Got to use those legs there on that foul line.
But Spencer Ballinger is leading right now in scoring with 9 points, also leading in rebounds with 4, and Connor Platt with only 1 assist is leading the team. Now here comes Stewart. He grabs the ball. 32-39 right now. Sends that one over to Harvey. Harvey looking for anything. Ballinger crosses him over. Ballinger gets bamboozled on the spin move and pulls it down.
Quick move there from Christian Harvey.
Now here comes Fetters. Fetters finds Pulver on the corner. Pulver finds
Middlesworth,
Ballinger.
good positioning.
He gets a little hook shot there under the rim and pulls it down, 34-41.
Good play there by the Foresters. Still a 7-point game here.
Now we're going to see Langcable grab the ball. Langcable, he goes for a foul shot.
Kiss is in that floater there. Nice soft touch.
It bounced off a couple times too, but it went in. Now that one's going to be sent to Ballinger. 9-point game. Ballinger goes back with it. Connor Platt on the inside. You know, we heard Coach at halftime. There is a size difference between these two squads as Middlesworth goes for the 3 and grabs it. Timeout, 30 seconds. Now, obviously, Coach Platt taking that timeout to calm his team down, slow down the Marian Knights momentum, slow down the tempo of this game. Metaphorically, you're Coach Platt. What are you saying in this huddle?
I'm telling our guys to, on defense, they need to just get into it more, a little more, grit and toughness. The Knights making it look easy so far with their offense. And Coach Platt's really trying to rally his troops right now.
Middlesworth looking to change the momentum a little bit in this contest. With that 3-pointer cutting into this lead, a couple more, a 6-point right now, so a couple possession games still. And if the Forest can go on a run or at least keep the Knights scoring to a minimum, this game could get close pretty quickly. Now he's going to send that one out to Harvey. Harvey's going to dribble that ball up, a little bit of speed, crosses over a ghost. Sends that one to Stewart. Stewart
looking to get it inside.
He gets it inside there to Walter. Walter takes that one up and no good. And once again, a missed rebound there by the Foresters, leads to 2 for the Knights. 8-point game now.
Like I said, Carson, Huntington's got to do a better job of not letting the Knights get an offensive rebound.
Spencer Ballinger, and Pulver spins around him and fakes a fall over. Platt with a 3, no good. Hits the top. Ballinger with a rebound, makes it in.
There. Platt with, most wide open look he's going to get all night.
In the look of intensity on Coach Platt's face.
Good board there.
I don't know. I think we should probably maybe propose just a camera on Coach Platt the entire game.
Pulver with another stuffing.
Pulver. He has that height advantage, and he uses it to his advantage every time. You usually don't see a player with his height. You see more like a Connor playing his position.
Nifty move there, but
fell short.
Couldn't get that one to fall.
Stared at the official there for a second.
And he is lethal from 3. Count that one.
Connor Platt, when he fell over there, he stared at the official for a second, but the official did not budge. We're back to a 9-point contest. And here comes Spencer Middlesworth, Caleb Middlesworth, my apologies. He takes that one in.
These two teams are just going back and forth right now, Carson.
This is an offensive shootout. Right now, the Knights have a couple shots that fell for them that haven't fallen for the Foresters. And we'll have to see what kind of difference that makes. Connor Platt with a good matchup for him. And that one's going to be stripped. And they're going to say that was a foul.
Platt looking for the pickpocket there. Wasn't able to get it without getting a little
That was on Pulver. But that, nonetheless, at least they stopped a little bit of the drive there and that momentum. Pulver looking to stop him. Sends that one way out to Lane Cable. Lane Cable sends that one over to Johnson. Johnson sends that one to Stewart. Stewart
the step back. Bang.
Drills it.
What a shot there. Christian Stewart.
This lead is now in double digits. Now let's see here. Let's see what the Ballinger can do. Another
Open
missed
three is going to rim out there.
And Ballinger tries to pick it off, can't quite get there, and that one will be driven in. Now it's a 12-point game.
Wow, the Knights are really starting to pull ahead here, gaining momentum at this beginning of this second half.
My apologies, actually a 12-point game now. Connor Platt grabs that one. Forrester's needing a run and needing a run badly. Pulver grabs that one, sends it in a
Good
Ballinger.
pass
Ballinger
there by Pulver.
gets it and gets killed.
What vision by the freshman.
Now the question is, will Coach Platt implement a full court press at any point? Because that might be beneficial with a 10-point deficit, especially if the Foresters can hit a 3, or my apologies, the Knights hit a 3 or a 2, or send this game into 13, or we're about 4 possessions down right now. Make that 6 possessions or 5 possessions down.
Nice shot there by Walter.
That was a great shot by Walter.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Carson. That'll definitely be something to look at as we go forward here.
That full court press could disrupt their passing patterns. It
lead to lots of turnovers, as we saw earlier in the women's game that was played before this.
Spencer Ballinger gets fouled.
Foul there on Tyree Johnson.
And that will be a media timeout, it appears. And we will take it with them. We'll be back after a short break for the rest of the second half.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators.
Welcome back inside Platt Arena as the Foresters get an inbound here. As Pulver looks for something. He's about ready to run out of time as he just finds Ballinger.
Barely got that one off.
That's one thing that the Knights have they've had a couple really pretty inbounds have led to easy 2 points as Middlesworth bounces that one off and doesn't quite get there.
This is the reverse.
Took a risky shot.
Nice little pickpocket there by Fetters, but Cameron Walter scoops that one up and scores it.
And another 2 there as we get a mop shot here on the other side of the court. A little bit of a fall there. Sends the mop out as Platt is double teamed. Here comes Ballinger, doesn't quite go in for it. Clyde Curious to take a seat in front of the desk. Platt almost gets stuffed, not quite there, and still 12 points down. 12 points down, but no deficit.
Foresters really needed a bucket there.
They needed a bucket in a bad way, and they got it.
Marian looks to pull away here.
Also, Yoder looks to be coming in at the next break.
Also, Clyde Curie. Stewart
behind the back, and another board there for the Knights, and a refresh shot clock up to 20 seconds. gets a hold on to this possession, crosses him over, and he gets fouled on the inside.
Gonna be a block on, I believe it was Pulver.
Let's see what the official ruling is here as the official goes for number 4, Caleb Middlesworth.
Oh, excuse me, it is Middlesworth. Number 2, Christian Harvey, the guard out of Richmond, Indiana, going to be at the line shooting 2.
First shot up. That one will be good. As we see Ballinger and Fetters take a seat with Clyde and Yoder coming into this contest. Foresters down 13. As Harvey looks to make it 14, and he does. So 14-point deficit. Foresters needing some type of miracle.
Knights starting to pull away here, Carson.
The good thing about basketball is a good run can change anything, as Spencer Ballinger, my apologies, that's Caleb Middlesworth. He's going to draw a foul. Yeah. So that will be a Forester inbound. As the classic switch up as Harvey takes a seat, which will send in Nick Rogers.
As you were saying earlier, Carson, this depth of Marian is really helping them out right now. The Foresters looking a little bit tired here.
Middlesworth grabs that one. Middlesworth sends that one to Pulver. Pulver's going to do a spin move there. Off 1 foot. No good. Now Connor Platt gets the foul.
Platt yanked him down there.
That's what it looks like. And no disagreement there from Connor Platt.
Not what the Foresters needed there.
Absolutely not. And let's see if Marian can capitalize on this.
Nick Rogers, the transfer guard from IUPUI.
So a D1 player didn't move too far away from his old home at IUPUI, but he did play in the Horizon League, which does have a couple March Madness contenders every year.
He's definitely got some really good experience.
Yes, he has. And that is only a 11-minute drive from IUPUI to Marian.
Wow.
So obviously
not too far away at all, Carson.
Staying close. Probably wasn't getting enough playing time at IUPUI, but he's making
Oh,
an impact
Clyde's
here.
gonna miss the dunk. Outside
Connor Platt.
He's gonna sink that one.
Now Connor Platt gets a good 3 there. Hopefully a momentum shifter. Foresters down 11.
11-point lead here for the Knights. Looking to keep it.
As another 3 goes in, it will not go up as Clyde pulls down a rebound.
Good
Connor
board
Platt
there.
grabs that one. And as I mentioned before, we see the Horizon League or IUPUI. We see the Oakland Bears. We see Wright State. We see Youngstown State, IUPUI, and eventually PFW. Once again, March Madness contenders every year. A couple of teams making the field of 64 last year. So, like I said before, he has some good experience transferring in from a D1 program.
Really helping this Marian team out. Oh, what a move there.
And another missed opportunity for the Foresters there.
Cameron Walter eyes down the bench as he lays that one in.
Connor Platt takes that one, sends it over to Yoder. Yoder sends that one out to Platt again. Platt going to drive in. He's going to be fouled, which will send him to the line for 2. Now that foul will be drawn on number 11, Luke Hetty. Now Clyde Keurig, as you mentioned, he's a great 24 total blocks on the year. That is just incredible. He uses that size to his advantage as the first one falls for Connor Platt.
Looks like into the game for the Knights is Lane Cable. For the Foresters, it is 31 Andrew Yoder.
Now, as I mentioned before, Connor Platt really, taking this Forester team on his back this year as he makes that one right there. 18th in total scoring, 22nd free throw percentage, 23rd in points per game, and 28th for field goals made. He has put this Forester team on his back, and Clyde Keurig, 30th in Division II for total blocks and 38th for total blocks per game. And once again, Connor Platt rounding out the Foresters rankings with the most three-point percentages per game, and that's a good block out there as Clyde pulls out another rebound to add to the stats.
Couldn't get that 3-ball to hit.
Connor Platt looking for something, sends that one to Ballinger. Ballinger grabs it off the tip of his fingers. He's going to go in and grabs two.
Good shot there by Spencer Mills.
Now, could this be the run the Foresters needed? That's the question, as a timeout's going to be called there for Marian. That'll be a full timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Now, Jimmy, what we're seeing right now is the Foresters obviously looking to turn it around. 10:40 left in this contest. What are you seeing from the Knights that would let them carry on this lead?
The Knights really just need to keep it up on offense. They're shooting the ball really well, making good plays inside, the paint. They just got to keep doing what they've been doing to start this second half, and they'll be good to go.
Yeah, and absolutely. And for the Foresters, those two shots were definitely a momentum shifter. Keep the defense up right now would be crucial. Getting a few good runs here, even just if you cut this lead to 4, 5, even 6.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier to come back from 10 if they can just keep this night scoring down. A couple of good turnovers and stay out of foul trouble.
As we were saying earlier, this Crossroads League is just so competitive. Any team can beat any other team. Any night. Yeah, and I think last year the golden example, it was the Goshen Maple Leafs versus Indiana Wesleyan. Goshen all but eliminated from the playoffs. Indiana Wesleyan staying strong at number 1 for a good amount of time. And all of a sudden, everyone checks the scores and see Goshen beat Indiana Wesleyan. Had not won a conference game up to that point, but beat Indiana Wesleyan on a last-second start from now European professional player DeMarcus Stuckey. DeMarcus Stuckey was a dominant player for the Maple Leafs, and he proved it right there. And, Goshen came into Platt Arena just 3 days after that amazing shot as Clyde tries to go for that one. He's going to grab a piece of his hand, and Clyde's frustrated, but I think you got him there.
I think you could have heard that one. I think the mic might have picked that one up because I heard it through my headset.
Walter's going to go to the line.
And as I mentioned before, Indiana Wesleyan, if we're looking at league standings right now, Indiana Wesleyan, number 2 in the country, number 1 in the Crossroads League. Marian, 2nd, 8th. Grace, 18th and 3rd in the Crossroads League. Bethel, 11th. Mount Vernon, 6th in the Crossroads.
Walter's able to convert there.
6th in the country and 6th in the Crossroads League. St. Francis, 21st, and Spring Arbor is receiving votes. And then we have Taylor, Huntington, and Goshen rounding out.
Sloppy pass there from the Foresters.
It was a sloppy pass, and it looks like Marian's going to try to, as another block comes in for Yoder and a steal.
Wow. Luke Goman was able to get that one.
As they're going to slow down the tempo here. Shot clock changed about 3 times in a matter of a second. As we're going to see that one pulled over.
Foresters got to get those possessions where they have a chance to get the ball.
Now we're going to see Rogers with the ball. He sends that one over to the corner. Sends that one in to Walter. Walter triple team, but still finds something. Yeah. Ballinger pulls that one down. He almost caught a foul there, and that knee has been bothering him all game. And here comes Ballinger with a missed layup, and now he's going to pull that one down finally.
Good board there from Ballinger.
Once again, a 10-point game now, and the Foresters looking to make something happen. Now here comes Nick Rogers.
Risky pass there, but Marian withholds possession.
Spencer Ballinger almost went in for that one, decided not to. That one's going to be sent out to Hetty. Block there. Ballinger picks up the double team.
He was wide open on that one.
And he misses it as a no board there for the Foresters. Almost stolen from Ballinger. He picks it up.
Wow. The Marian coach going wild, asking for a travel. Yeah, it looked like he may have shuffled
I think
his
the
feet.
Entire bench went nuts right there, but no call.
No call by the referee there.
The Foresters are grateful as Middlesworth hits the 3.
Top of the key, splashes that one.
And the call is still disputed after possession on the Marian bench, but Foresters definitely benefited. Now this game is within 6. And another sloppy pass there. Marian losing momentum here. Let's see if they can gain it back. Sends that one over to Hetty.
Cameron Walter getting a lot of touches here in this game.
Rogers going to have that one tipped. Ballinger saves that one, and
steal.
Middlesworth grabs it. Here comes Connor Platt.
What an effort there by the
Connor
Foresters.
Platt drives it himself. He grabs it. This game is getting closer as the Knights take time out.
Let's go. This
Foresters,
is a great game.
what a run there.
Wow.
That was a 30-second timeout, and the Foresters have switched momentum in this one. Wow. What a serious turn of events. And now the question is, can the Foresters keep it up? What do they need to do?
The Foresters just need to keep working hard there on D. We saw those turnovers are really helping them. Just staying composed in front of the basket and playing their game.
Only a 5-point deficit now for the Foresters. So, the referee is telling them, get out of the huddle as fast as you can. Let's get this game going. 8:15 remaining in a major turn of events. Now, Marian, obviously in that huddle, trying to keep their composure. We're down to a 1, maybe at most 2, at minimum 3 possession game.
Yes.
So we're going to have to see what the Foresters can do here, especially, one more stop, or even if they allow one bucket and, return with 3, we could be looking at a 1, 2, maybe 3-point ball game here. As that one's sent out to Goman.
Lane cable.
Lane cable
let
with 3.
That one fly.
That one hit the top of the rim, and they will count that one inbounds. I thought it hit at the top of the backboard, which I would have thought considered it out, but no call. Ballinger has the ball. Ballinger crosses over. Pulver grabs that one low. Clyde goes for the pick, doesn't quite get there. Now Platt has it. Platt toughly guarded. Sends it back to the Platt. 10 seconds left.
That's a deep ball.
And he hits
my
it!
goodness. What
that man is Houdini.
Wow.
2-point game, and the Foresters are back.
What a spectacular run here by the Foresters.
That's exactly what we've been saying since the start of this second half. And the Knights looking to send this one back into a 2-possession game. Let's see what they can do. Clyde in there playing tough defense. Great matchup. 2 of the best players, tallest players in the court. And that's going to be a 2 right there.
What a shot there.
4-point game, but nothing to be discouraged about. Foresters were down 16 at one point, so a 4-point deficit isn't as scary as it was at one point. Pulver has the ball. Connor Platt looking for it. Gets caught off right before he can catch a pass. Connor grabs that one, crosses over.
Oh, and that's going to be a turnover there.
And here comes the
Knights
Knights
on
again.
the break.
And
That's going to be a slam. Lane Cable puts it down with authority.
Lane Cable. Now that's a 6-point game again as the Knights fans come onto their feet with approval. And like I said, now Middlesworth's coming back into this game.
Wow. He got up on that one.
Now what a turn of events here. Connor Platt. This game's like a roller coaster. You just can't.
It really is. It really is, Carson. Great game to call.
Now here comes Pulver. Pulver's going to take this one. Pulver looking for anything.
He's going to take a step back.
He hits that one too.
This
we're
game
back down to a 3-point game.
This is an incredible game to watch.
That's a full timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. Do not move a muscle.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not...
Welcome back inside Platt Arena in a dramatic turn of events here in Huntington, Indiana. Knights are going to inbound this ball. The Foresters just a few minutes ago were down 14. Now that deficit is cut to 3 as Christian Harvey grabs this one and pulls it out.
This is going to be an exciting finish here at Platt Arena, let me tell you.
I don't even know who's going to win this one. It's going to make a bold prediction and a foul.
What a
and
drive.
3-point call there. This could turn into a 3-point play for the Knights. A crucial 3-point play, if I will, and a frustrated Huntington bench.
What a response there from Marian. Harvey going in and getting that one.
They were looking for a push off, but didn't get it, and that call will go against Spencer Ballinger. That
old-fashioned 3 there.
That'll be a 3-pointer. Foresters down 6 yet again, but once again, that deficit isn't scary to compare where they were just a few minutes ago. And if they can play good defense, Spencer Ballinger sent that one to Platt. Platt was trying to find something. That one goes into Yoder.
Good
Yoder gets the 2.
Way to keep moving. Andrew Yoder with the bucket there.
4-point game now. Now let's see what happens here. And well, I don't know. I think hopefully both fans at home are checking their
wow, he is quick.
That one, he's stuffed.
Good recovery there from Middlesworth to block that shot.
Stuffed by the Foresters. And here comes Pulver looking to cut this lead to 1 or 2. That one's set to Middlesworth. Middlesworth is going to try to drive in. Sends that one to Pulver.
Oh, Pulver had it looked like, but
Connor Platt misses that one. Ballinger almost grabs it, and that ball will be free, and it will end into the hands of the Knights. 2 missed offensive opportunities for both squads. Let's see what the Foresters can do here on defense. Yoder playing good defense right now. Sends that one over.
Knights looking for a big bucket here.
Possibly a game-changing bucket. Let's see what happens. Coach Platt yelling out some calls. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. That one's going to be drove in. No air ball.
Hook shot. Walter is fading back on that one.
Now here comes Yoder. Yoder's going to take this one. Passes that one off to Pulver. Pulver's guarded by Lane Cable. Connor Platt's going to drive that one in. Middlesworth sends that one back out to Platt. Platt will not take the 3. 13 seconds left. He'll take the 2. And that's a foul.
And
he's going to get the 3rd shot.
Count that one. The Foresters are not backing down.
Connor Platt with a make here will send this game to a 1-point. Wow. Oh my goodness. Check your heart monitors, Forester fans. Are you still breathing?
Sure. Wow.
Let's see what Connor Platt can do as Platt Arena falls deathly silent for him.
Oh, it rims out.
An unfortunate.
I don't know if that one could have been more in and out than it was.
An unlucky break for Connor Platt as a 3 goes up. That's going to be good.
Hand down, man down. Christian Stewart with a big 3-point shot.
Obviously, hopefully that missed free throw does not come back to haunt Connor Platt. And now here comes Middlesworth for the 3. He drains that one. This is a shootout. Timeout. Coach Platt.
I can hit the 3 ball too. Wow.
Yes, he can.
What a game between both of these teams.
Spencer, Caleb Middlesworth, 4 for 8, shooting 50% from behind the arc, but comes up big. A 2-point loss again. Oh, I hope everyone at home still breathing because I know I'm having troubles. Wow, Coach Platt looking for a call right here. He's going to draw something up, and he's giving his team a motivational talk. And the Marian Knights, if they have to drive back to Indianapolis after losing this one, that might be a somber ride home. Now, what are you seeing from both teams that are benefiting them right now?
For the Knights, you know, they're really using their height advantage in there to get some easy points, easy rebounds. You know, and then for the Foresters, just looking to, you know, get some paint touches, get to the bucket.
Now, we mentioned before if Coach Platt was ever going to put on a full court press, but it looks like he didn't even end up needing it at the end of the day. And Coach Platt grabs the towel. He's sweating up a storm over here.
Let's see how this one finishes out here, Carson.
3:40 remaining. Now we see Lane Cable with the ball. A missed shot could prove fatal for the Knights for a moment.
As I said earlier, Walter getting plenty of touches here.
Walter hooks that one in.
You can see why.
4-point differential yet again.
Cameron Walter, a dominant force there for the Knights.
Every offensive possession amplified by quite a bit. Now, Yoder sends out one to Middlesworth. Middlesworth
Platt.
looking for anything. Connor Platt was looking for something, couldn't quite get there. Now Yoder has that one. 10 seconds remaining. Here comes Spencer Ballinger. He does a turnaround. He gets that one. No good. Spencer Ballinger goes up for his own rebound and can't quite get there. Let's see what the Knights can do on offense. This could prove game changing. Now here comes Harvey. He's going to go in with that one. He's going to be blocked, and that's a foul. And Platt Arena's on its feet.
The Forester faithful did not like that call.
And that will send him to the line for two. An important two.
Harvey is going to have a couple shots here at the line.
Now the official telling Coach Platt that, he was just standing there. He did what he needed to do. And a crucial free throw goes in. The Knights have not missed a free throw all day.
That really speaks volumes into this game.
Let's see what we can do here as the Foresters could go down 6, and they will. 2:49 remaining.
Desperate need for a bucket for the Foresters.
Potentially a 3, potentially a foul, anything to get points on the board right now, and they're going to have to play the strongest defense they've played all game. Coach Platt with 3 timeouts remaining, and Connor Platt drops that one in the corner.
A bad turnover there for the Foresters. Knights are going to call a timeout here with 2:34 remaining.
That'll be a full timeout, and like I said, now the Knights are working with 2 timeouts, the Foresters with 3, and I was about to see if Coach Platt was going to use his timeout, but here's the thing, those timeouts may prove to be important in these final 2 minutes, but also what we need to focus on for the Foresters is anybody going to get a chance to come off the bench and be a hero? These, like I said before, a little bit of a depth disadvantage for the Foresters right now.
Yes.
We've seen the Knights send out, about their entire bench. The Foresters have not, so it might be the time to let somebody rest for a minute, let a couple fouls be called, and let's see if a couple fouls are called. Let's see, and then switch them out again. Let the starters finish out that game. But obviously, this timeout. Hopefully, they're grabbing a drink of water. In the last few timeouts, we've seen them standing around the paint. Now the starters are sitting down, and that's exactly what these guys need. They're starting to show their time on the court today, and that will prove fatal if they cannot pull out this final 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
You said it, Carson. You can really tell right now the Foresters getting very fatigued here, but they'll do anything to try and pull this one out.
Yeah, and hopefully, and this is also the time we're going to have to look at the Forester faithful here in Platt Arena to get on their feet, to cheer, and give them that boost they need, as that timeout does send Marian back to under their own basket.
And Knights looking to outstretch this lead here.
And an important offensive possession here. Obviously Connor Platt was kicking himself over that drop, but good defensive stop could negate that. As looks like the Knights are going to slow down the pace of this game. And Hank Pulver says, "No, you're not. Get over here. Start playing some basketball."
Knights are just going to milk the clock here, it looks like. Oh, that's going to be a foul there on the floor, I believe.
Yeah, it will be. He's telling.
As I've said, Christian Harvey, just so quick, so hard to defend.
Well, one official said it was on the floor, but it will be a shooting foul. Let's see if that
looks to be that the Foresters in the bonus.
And that's what it will be. And the first missed free throw of the game.
Wow. Foresters glad to have that one miss.
That miss.
Yoder
sends that one to Platt. Platt looking for the pick. A little bit of a shove off. Platt with a long 3. He misses that one, in and out.
The deep 3 that he hit earlier looked like it might go in again, but that one doesn't fall.
1:54 remaining on the clock.
Foresters really going to need to play some good D here if they want to remain in this ball game.
Now, right now, we're going to see Andrew Yoder guarding Stewart. Stewart sneaks around him, but not quite. Caleb Middlesworth playing good defense, looking for something. And here comes Stewart. Stewart's going to be...
Stewart, what a bucket. 1 on the shot clock, falling away. lays up the left-handed shot and it falls.
8-point deficit now for the Foresters. It is crunch time. It isn't exactly garbage time, but it's not exactly. It's not a crucial
Foresters
miss.
needed that one there.
They needed that one, and now here comes the full court press we were thinking about earlier, and it comes a little, maybe a little too late, as that shot's negated as Connor Platt fouls, as they're just trying to hopefully get a few more misses out of the Knights, and hopefully, if the Knights can't miss that luck that they had at one point in this game, now that, and let's see, that first one will fall, which will send this one to a 9-point game. And let's see what he can do here, and he will send this one.
Misses the second.
9-point game. Now 1 minute remaining. Foresters are going to need a quick shot here, probably a full court press. To Connor Platt with a wide open three. That one will be short. Connor Platt goes for his own rebound, misses it. Connor Platt with another three. Finally drills that one, and a timeout for the Foresters.
6-point lead still for the Knights.
6-point lead, but a couple fouls, maybe a steal, maybe a 10-second violation. Anything could be crucial here.
As you were saying earlier, Carson, it looks like the Knights have used everyone on their bench except a couple guys.
Yeah, and even those guys are the younger guys, so it's going to have to be something Coach Platt has to focus on in the offseason, is maybe picking up a couple recruits for some depth on this team.
Yeah, that is for sure, Carson.
But the good news is, as I mentioned before, only 2 seniors on this squad. We only have Andrew Yoder and Connor Platt leaving the program, and Connor Platt will leave a deep hole. That hole will be filled up.
Indeed he will. 20 points per game right now he's averaging.
But then again, you have to look at Caleb Middlesworth's going to be a junior. Spencer Ballinger is going to be a junior. Hank Pulver is going to be a sophomore. Clyde's going to be a sophomore. We haven't really tapped into Lou Wang's potential. He hasn't played as much. We have Peyton West, Tim Abel, Drew Johnson probably going to get some time off the bench.
Right.
These players could make a big, but obviously a couple more players are going to need it for some depth, because we've seen the Foresters fatigue a couple of times, and it might have cost them a couple of games.
Yes, you're exactly right.
And the full court press does come from the Foresters, as the entire team is lined up. Both sides are lined up, as we see Langcable and an inbound there is.
It's going to be a foul there
on Pulver, reach and foul it appears, and let's see what happens here. A missed shot, as Caleb Middlesworth's going to come back into this one. My apologies, that foul was on Andrew Yoder, not Hank. Let's see what happens here. Once again, a miss could prove to be fatal. Foresters with 9 fouls to Marian's 4, so obviously the Foresters have been playing pretty aggressively.
Stewart's going to sink that shot.
Like we mentioned, the depth on the bench, if we haven't mentioned it already, let's beat it into the ground a little bit more. 13 bench scoring points for the Knights to the Foresters 4 bench scoring points. So, once again, that fatigue is showing. Connor Platt, 44 seconds to go, down 8.
Yoder
takes a 3, misses that
one. Hit. What a rebound there by
And here comes
Christian
Harvey. He's probably going to dunk it, and he does!
Slams that one with authority.
And this is a 10-point game. And a foul called, a interesting foul, if I will say so myself. Not exactly the point where you needed to do an intentional reach, or that's what it seemed like. It was I don't know if it was intentional, but it appeared to be intentional. But at least it doesn't result in shots for the Foresters. It just results in an inbound, but not exactly the foul that you needed. As Connor Platt sends out
another steal by Harvey.
Another steal. It's a 2-on-1 break here.
Marian's just going to pull it out.
Yep, that could be the end of this one, as a little triangle pass is going here, and Andrew Yoder picks up the foul.
Shot clock is off.
Shot clock is indeed dead, as a double bonus comes for the Knights. And what a turn of events. That looked like it was going in favor of the Foresters, but end up not going in their favor, as it doesn't appear that they're going to pick up a W today, as that first shot goes down and will. As Caleb Middlesworth comes into this game.
A couple of quick steals by Christian Harvey there to seal the deal here for the Marian Knights.
Absolutely, it's unfortunate.
What a player he has been today.
Absolutely, it's unfortunate.
And not just today, all of the year.
Now here comes Connor Platt. Caleb Middlesworth goes for a garbage time 3, and he'll hit that one. As Coach Platt calls a timeout, down 9. Definitely interesting strategies. Andrew Yoder comes back. My apologies. As Keegan Fetters is going to come back into this one for the final 11 seconds, and that'll be a full timeout.
Coach Platt taking his chances.
He's going to take his chances on, I guess you can't. It might not be over. I could be bluffing. I think most infamously, we can think about March Madness 2016 when Northern Iowa lost to Texas Tech after being up by 11.
That's exactly what I was thinking about, Carson.
I feel bad for Northern Iowa. That's going to be brought up for the rest of history, and I'll bring it up right here just to remind anybody who forgot. But,
I was actually watching that game, and I couldn't believe it. So you never know what can happen, Carson.
I don't think
you
anybody
really
could believe it. They've already written books about that game, and I've seen SB Nation did a rewinder on it, and, that's something that's unfortunate for those players, but it's a good analogy to use.
Into Harvey.
As a foul right there.
He looks a little frustrated there with the foul. So it looked like he said, "Why are you fouling me?"
Yeah, I think he did that the last time too. That's the second time. I think he's like, I think we have this one in the bag, guys. We don't need to.
Not sure why he's complaining. If he can just tally on those extra points there, Carson.
Not sure. Maybe he has a date tonight. I don't know. He might have a date back in.
Oh, these guys have got to be tired, though. Let me tell you. What a battle this has been.
Yes, it has been. As he goes grab another point, that'll be a 10-point deficit for the Foresters. As he goes to the line for a second, not everyone's even lined up on the line there, because if he misses this one, the Foresters might be looking for a check down pass.
Lead stretch to 11.
Lead stretch for 11. Here goes Connor Platt, 10 seconds to go, and he takes a foul now.
Foul there on Harvey.
Harvey takes a foul there, and he got a little bit of a word about it from the crowd behind me, and they kind of gave him he kind of gave the crowd a look like, "Hey, I'm just doing my job." He was complaining about the fouls. Now he's going to foul.
Yeah, he's going to take advantage if he can.
And Yoder for a garbage time 3. He'll make that one.
Makes an 8-point game with 2.8 left. Harvey's going to get it and walk this one out.
As he just tries to bounce that ball out to the official, and he almost took that one. And we'll be right back here for some post-game analysis. I'm Carson Watkins. We'll be right back.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors, we'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
like to do it.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors, we'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that is something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
It's hard not to have faith and to be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
This is how we like to do it.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carson Watkins here with Coach Platt. Now, Coach, obviously a disappointing loss today, but you did have that good run there, almost pushed this one back. What did you see from your guys that you liked today?
I thought we talked a lot more on defense. I thought that we, for about 37 and a half minutes, I thought defensively we had some good things. We had some misfortune where the ball would be a little bit loose on some on the floor, and all of a sudden they'd end up with it. Some misfortune that way. But, what was it, tie, or it was a 2-point game with about 3:30 or 3:40 to go. And, right there we got to be able to win that game with 3 minutes and a half to go. But they broke us down and spread the floor on us and took advantage of their abilities for athleticism to get to the basket and that kind of thing. And then, it just didn't happen for us. But we're happy to get a couple guys back. We're looking forward to getting a couple more back too.
Absolutely, Coach. And we were talking about that a little bit during our broadcast. You have a relatively young squad. We have 2 seniors leaving this year, including Connor, who's been obviously a huge part of this team. But, we have Spencer coming back. We have Lou coming back, Caleb coming back. What do the Foresters fans have to be hopeful for about the future of your squad in the future?
Well, first of all, they have to be hopeful for the next 10 basketball games. We have 10 more Crossroads League games that are guaranteed, and we're going to fight and claw and do everything we possibly can to win and get into that Crossroads League tournament. And, so we get a couple people back more, that kind of thing. Hopefully, we'll be even that much stronger. So there's just a lot of good things. Yeah, we're happy with some of the development of our young guys, but at the same token, we're doing the 19-20 season right now, and we want to make sure these next, we played 2/3 of our season. We want the next third to go really well for us, and we're going to fight and like I said, and battle hard.
Absolutely. You mentioned fighting this Tuesday. We have Taylor University on the road, followed by another big game against St. Francis. You guys were unfortunately not able to pull out a win at St. Francis, but now they're coming to your court. What's the practice going to look like this week? What's the future? What's the next couple weeks going to look like?
That's going to be stay the course in terms of what we're trying to do. Get better at our help side defense, talking, communication, getting back in transition. Just a lot of things where we're trying to just develop this young team and get guys healthy. That's going to hopefully help us too. And just go to work. I mean, offensively, just keep working at what's good for us. And, you score 80 points, but you can't give up 88. And we'll just get back to it.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. We're going to send this one back to Jimmy for some post-game analysis.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today with the FDN Sports Network. Final score of the game, 80-88. One of the big factors in this one was the rebounding. The Marian Knights out-rebounded the Foresters by 36-26. I think that really, also fed into Marian's second chance points, getting 17 of those. We thank you for joining us here today, and have a good day.